What's going on, everybody? How are you guys doing today? This is Spartacus Bring a Ring coming at you with a toy review on the Neca Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles Raphael. I'm happy to finally get this figure in my collection because 1, he is my favorite turtles out of the bunch. 2, we're halfway to getting all the turtles. So let's start off with the packaging before we can get familiar with the figure. So in the front of the box, you have the 1990s poster with Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles on the middle. And then you have Raphael on the bottom. And then you have the Nickelodeon logo on the bottom as well. And on the side of the box, you have the Nickelodeon logo on the top. You have a picture of Raphael. And in the middle, you have Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles. And in the bottom, you have another picture of Raphael. And on the bottom of that, you have the Neca logo. And on the back of the box, you have the Nickelodeon logo on the top. Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo on the top as well. 3 pictures of the poses you could pose the figure in. You have Raphael in the middle. And you have a bio of the figure. And you have a picture of all the turtles all together and the Neca logo. On the side of the box, you have the Nickelodeon logo on the top as well. Another picture of Raphael. The Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles logo in the middle. And another picture of Raphael and the Neca logo. So let's crack this bad boy up and let's take a look at the action figure. Now that we have this figure outside its packaging, I only have one word to say about it is, damn, this figure is awesome. Get it? Damn, from the movie. But anyways, I'm absolutely blown away from this figure. And especially a company like Neca, that you know that they put a lot of love on these turtles. Especially with the amount of detail and the amount of paint that they put on these figures. It's crazy that they're charging $100 just for these figures. This figure does have a lot of reused parts in it, but that doesn't take away to not buying the figure. And it does have a lot of new parts in it. So we'll take a look at the accessories first, and then we'll take a look at Raphael. So these are the accessories that comes with the figure. It does come with 8 interchangeable hands, 2 that were already in the figure when I took the figure outside its packaging, 2 of his signature weapons, the sides, and 1 pizza slice. Right off the bat, the first gripe I have with this figure is the accessories. We do get 8 interchangeable hands, but some of them are about the same. And I wish it did came with an extra accessory with it. Like, for instance, this came with Donnie. And this was really good idea for it to come with it. I just can't find the reason why they didn't give us an extra accessory. And they gave us the same hands. I know we do get one more hand extra. But even so, I don't understand why they couldn't just take 4 of those hands and just gave us 2 and gave us an extra accessory. But anyways, we do get a new hand, like a pointing finger hand. I like the scaling of it, and I like the paint job on it, and the sculpting of it. Also, I recommend you guys putting this in a hot water, because it is tight when you're moving it around, because I loosened it up before this review. But it's really, really tight, and it does have extra paint, so it's chipping off of the joints. So just be wary about that. Then we also get an open palm hand. Pretty good job. Nicely done. Then you got the hinge, of course. I like the sculpting and the scale of the figure. It's really realistic. Then you get these 2 hands. Look about the same, as you could tell. And that's what I don't like about them. I know they have different hinges for different articulation on them. But I really would have liked another accessory instead of having that kind of hinge. But each his own. I know some people might like it and some people might not. But just don't like the fact that they give us the same accessories. Then we also get the same hands in the other arm. So you guys can tell, different hinges in them. It's just, I don't know, I just would have seen some paint chipping. I would have liked better accessory than two hands that are the same. I just don't like that. Then you get to other open palm hands. I usually use these for putting the sides in them because they work. Like one is just like bring it on, and the other one you just put the sides between them. Nicely done. Nice sculpting as well as the other hands. Nice paint job as well. Then we also get the sides. Nicely sculpted. I like how in the handle looks like it's been wrapped in tape. Nicely done. And especially the end of it looks rusted, a little bit rust. And it has like this nice paint job on it that looks metal, but it's not, it's plastic. It's not really that sharp. But I like it. And especially this is how it looked in the movie. So they played it accurately to it. Then we take a look at the other sides. Not a lot different either on them. Just like in the side, there's little bit more paint job to it. But other than that, there's not really a big difference between them. Then we also get pizza slice. I wish we would have got something else than this pizza slice. Especially we got it for Donnie. And especially you might get it in the other two turtles coming out. It's going to be a half a pizza. And I don't like that concept. I wish it would have came with like a box of Dominoes. Because I seen somebody do a custom of that. And I wish it would have came with that. It would have been cool to make a replay of that Donnie and Mikey scene. But
well, question.
Yeah?
Do you like penicillin on your pizza?
anyways, we do get the same sculpt as the pizza. Nothing really different. Burnt crust, the olives, the bell peppers, the sausage. And for you guys to notice, I do have the Donnie pizza in the side. Not really different. I know the olives are placed differently, and they are different, like little different sculpting to it, but I wish we would have got a different accessory than this one. So let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. Now that we took a look at his accessories, we're going to take a look at Raphael. I like what he did with Raphael. The only gripe I really have is with his accessories. I like how they did the bandana. They did it nice and dirty. You could tell from the sides, like they made them dirty. And especially in the bandana, it's all dirty. I'm not sure if you guys can see that, but in person, you can notice the detail on it. Especially that he has a scratch in his face. I like that they did that. Like he supposed to be more rougher than his brothers. Like he has the same sculpting in the arms as Donnie, not really different. And especially like mostly all the turtles, they're about the same sculpt. Like I took a look at the movie and he looks the same. He has the same arms, the same elbow pads, the same hands. The only really difference is his paint job. As you guys might tell from his other arm, it's a little bit stiff. And that's what you gotta play with him a little bit, because he's a little bit stiff because of the paint. And then he does have a belt for his sides. There is a problem with it. I'll take a better look at it right now. I noticed the belt has a flaw in it. Like, to put it in, you just press it down, and that's it. But to be more movie accurate, it's supposed to be in a side. But as you guys might notice, and by hearing that, it's stretching it. And I'm afraid if a figure knocks it down or anything, or it falls, the side might break. So I really wouldn't recommend you guys putting it like that. To be more safer, I would just put it down. I know it's not movie accurate, but it's the more safer way to do it, because you don't want your side to be broken. Of course, this shell is about the same, but it's more dirtier than Donnie's. We'll take a look at Donnie too, for you guys to take a better look at him. He has the same thighs as Donnie, the same knee pads, everything's about the same at the bottom section of him, even his calves and his feet. Nothing really different between him. They did do an amazing paint job on him. It is a lot different than Donnie's, but the major difference between Donnie and Raphael, I would say, is his shell. It's nicely scuffed, scratches on him, and I like that Neca did that, because it does adds more characteristic for Raphael. Especially, you probably got it from fighting the foot, or either from sparring from Leonardo. But I like that they did that. He does have most of the majority of the same sculpt. I believe they just used the same sculpt for his shell, and they just scuffed it. As you guys can tell, they do have the same sculpting on them. The shell's the same, the arms are the same, the legs, the definition of the legs are the same, the knee pads, the legs, everything's the same. The only difference between them is the paint job. As you guys can tell from the dome of their head, is nicely painted differently. So that's really it, and their shell is differently as well. As you guys might see from Donatello's is all nicely cleaned, and Raphael's is nicely scratched and like he's been in a war. For me, I'm okay they use the same sculpt for Raphael, but I'm hoping they use a different sculpt for Leonardo, because he is a little bit more thinner, and Michelangelo, and he's more shorter. I hope they do that, but I know Leonardo and Donatello are about the same body type because in the movie. But anyways, let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. And now to get to the articulation of the figure. His head is in a ball joint, so he can't move his head up about that much. Can move down about that much as well. Does swivel. Can move his arms out about that much. Does have double jointed elbows, so he can move his arms about that much in, out, about that much out. Does hinge up and down. Does swivel on his wrist. And because of the shell, it hinders the articulation, so you can't crunch him that much, and then crunch him back about that much out, I believe. And you can't kick out about that much, but you can swivel it, so you can kick out a little bit more extra. And he does have double jointed knees, and he can just bend about that much, and he does have ankle pivot. Overall, the articulation is not that bad. It's for a 16-inch figure, but let's keep moving on with the rest of the review. And for size comparison, we have the Neca Donatello. As you guys might see, that these do pair really nicely together. I like how they look together. I really recommend getting both, but like I said before, if you can only get one, get your favorite turtle. So that's my review on the Neca Raphael. Overall, I do like this figure. Yes, I do have complaints about the accessories, but those are minor complaints that doesn't push you away from getting this figure. If you cannot get all 4 turtles, because I understand they do run a good amount of money, get your favorite turtle. It is a crime if you do not pick one of these figures, especially that for the price point and for the highly detailed of it. It just amazes me that Neca put so much love on these figures to give us as consumers, for we can display them in our toy collection. Like I said, I will be getting all 4 turtles, so most likely the next review will be Leonardo. I'm not sure when he's supposed to come out. I'm pretty sure it's supposed to be in May, But watch a review for that. And like I said, if you could please like, comment, and subscribe, it'll help the channel a lot. And as always, have a good one.